Hello, gentlemen. Today we are gathered for a good reason. That is a certain topic. We are going to be debating. Debating is a form of discussing a problem or an event and putting our options or our opinions on the table and discussing them. And we could get out with one opinion and making it a bit more active and good so we can use it. So we are not fighting here. Some people have the mind that debating is just fighting. No, it's not. So we are going to be debating a good interesting topic, but I'm going to make it upon myself to explain to you a good topic fast, easy, to make you get what we are going to say right here. Climate change. Climate change is a problem that we face today in the modern world, where gases from all over the world go up to the atmosphere. So when the sun heats the earth cannot observe the heat. It gets stuck in the air and makes the earth warmer, and it probably destroys the world because it makes the winter more cold. It makes the summer more hot. So countries, the ice is melting. Ice caps is getting higher and higher. More water in the world, and there's a lot of reasons for that that we are going to discuss today. Thank you. I'm going to sit down to start debating. Hello, Abdurrahman.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Do you agree that climate change should be considered everyone's responsibility?
For myself, I disagree with that. I think that fighting climate change should be considered as government's responsibility. There are many reasons that the government has a big role in the climate change. For example, transportation, the industries, and also the energy. What do you think?
I think about that all, but in my eyes, I think that people individually can make a big difference in climate change. If every person said, no, I can't change, we are all not going to change. But if every person on earth said we can change this, and they all did, we are going to be living in a healthy society and in a healthy world by so close. If everyone just change a little bit of their lifestyle, like not living the most bad lifestyle, like driving 4 cars, having 4 cars. That's all. You know, we need to, for so many reasons. My friend Abdurrahman would say later a little bit why we need to get this carbon dioxide in the atmosphere.
We think individuals are responsible for climate change. Governments aren't doing enough to solve this problem, so individuals should take actions. Individuals can make small changes in their life to reduce global warming, such as they can plant trees around their houses. That these trees can absorb carbon dioxide and produce oxygen. They can also use plastic bottles to plant small trees instead of throwing these bottles away.
It would be a good way to recycle them.
It would be a good way to recycle these bottles. Okay, what about business?
Because of the companies that they own and the factories that they can hold it. So they can reduce the using of it and use it in something that is more useful for the human life than the things that they want to do. Like they can reduce the using of the cars and use instead of it the bicycles that is useful for the humans and at the same time for the climate change. So there is a lot of things that they can do to change these things.
I agree with you, my friend. But in my eyes, I see that we can do more as an individuals to save the world or make less climate change happen in the next year? Because we know climate change will happen eventually, but we don't need to be selfish. We need to be grateful and make the future generations live easily and happily. So there's a lot of ways that I'm going to discuss with you right now, how to make the world or make people know about climate change, the problem of climate change. One of the best ways to influence people right now about climate change would be social media. We all use social media right now, so anyone and us can use or open an open account on any social media platform and tell people about the wrongs of climate change. So what do you believe in this strategy?
Yes, like the government has even can do like this.
Like a bigger role?
Yes, it can learn children in the schools the effects of the climate change, so they can know from their child. Even it can make boards in the roads or the toilet places, so everyone can be aware.
Yes, this is good, and in my eyes, I think it's not only government's responsibility for a good reason. For another reason, let's say that if you look at the graphs and statistics, you will find that bigger population countries have the most of the carbon gas rate or the carbon footprint generated every year. Like let's say China, but China was first, the most one. Now it's America and the European Union. But let's take China for example. If a country have a lot of people, it needs to reduce that. Not for the lifestyle, for surviving. Because they have like 7 billion people in the world. And there are a lot of things like, but when we start to see things change.
Okay, what about public transport? How can governments remove it?
Yes, there's a lot of things that we can do about this, like I said, we can use the using of the cars and the trucks. So we use instead of bicycles and these things that make it more easy. And it will be more eco-friendly for our side. And at the same time, we should not use the trucks for more than the work, like for the factories and increase the use of it.
I understand you, but individuals should use bikes, not driving cars. It will be have exercise and reduce carbon footprint.
You know, because you mentioned cars, I would point out a very interesting thing. Even if you need to drive a car, it's the thing you need to do to get the commute, to get from work to house, from the house to work. You need to get not the latest, but one of the most eco-friendly cars. Like if you drive a Lada from 1980, it will produce so much carbon footprint from the exhaust pipe. But if you drive one of the latest cars, not the latest, most eco-friendly cars right now, it will be cheaper and more efficient per cc. You know the cc, the count of the petrol or the oil that car needs. So yeah, that is good. Do you have any more ways to reduce the carbon footprint usage in the humanity?
Yeah, I have a point also for the transportation. The government can provide more public transportation like buses in the crowded cities, because the crowded city, the very crowded city, there will be more cars to use. So
yeah, it would make like the more cars in the street, no way to travel, people stopping so they can't travel. The crowds of cars would disappear because there is more public transportation that is more efficient per person. That's what you mean?
yes.
Okay, thank you.
I wanted to talk about any point. If the people use eco-friendly materials, the environment will be eco-friendly. Oh, okay.
I want to recap just what we did right now to end this debate. We agree, you disagree, that it's everyone's responsibility. You think that it's only governments, we right now talked about the problems, the negativities, the positivities, and what we can do to reduce and help humanity. So right now we all agree on one thing, that climate change is a bad thing for humanity. Thank you.